And welcome back, everybody. We are here at Columbus, at Wayne Webb's Columbus Bowl. We're down to just 3 matches to be rolled to determine our champion here for this PBA60 title at Tristan's T.A.P.S Memorial with PBA Hall of Famer Tom Hess and Brian Kane, Dave Lamont. We've had a little bit of everything. We've had scores that were really grindy. We've had guys throwing bombs. We had Walter A. Williams Jr. come within a pin of a 300 game. I don't know what to expect when we're down to these 4, but we have the possibility of a Pete Weber, Walter A. Williams Jr. final, since they are on opposite sides of the bracket. But looking over here where Pete is, he's facing a very hot-handed Bo Goergen.
Yeah, Bo's been bowling phenomenal. Got the bye, came in, took care of business in both of his matches. And I expect Bo to keep doing the same. Pete's going to have to be really sharp if he wants to get by Bo.
Yeah, Pete had kind of an up-and-down round of 8 match against Walt Blackston. Ultimately, of course, he prevailed. Now, Walter A. Williams Jr. has just thrown it unbelievably well, even for him. He's taking on Walter Schaub. I know you know him through the Midwest. What can we expect from Walt Schaub?
Walt's going to have to bowl a great game. There's no doubt about it. For Walt to beat Walter, he's going to have to bowl much better than he has been bowling. He did have the 298 game earlier today. He's going to need a game. I'm going to say Walter's going to bowl at least 240.
Okay. We've done nothing to the lanes. They are as we left them. And actually, these are some pairs that haven't seen a lot of action. Some of them have been used. 29-30 certainly saw some action. 21-22 saw some action. The quietest lanes in the building are the ones the championship match will be bowled on. That's 23 and 24. And one other thing to tell you as we get ready to turn our cameras to the lanes, it's a 1-game match. That's it. We're done with best of 3. It's 1 game to get to the finals and 1 game once we get to the finals. So don't plan on going anywhere in between. We're ready to go. So Weber and Goergen, 21 and 22. And Walter Ray and Walter, 29 and 30. And strike right off the bat for Walter Schaub II. Path to get to this semifinal for Walt Schaub. He came from the round of 24, whereas the 22 seed, he defeated number 11 seed Terry Metzner, 2-0. Then got into a tussle with Norman Smith and beat Norman Smith, who was the number 6 seed, 2-1. And then defeated Darrell Bauer, the number 3 seed, 2-1. So he took out Walt Schaub, has taken out 2 guys who had a bye. So the number 22 seed, the highest seed left, that man right there, Walter A. Williams Jr., had the bye, and as the number 2 seed, he defeated Don Breeden 2-0. He defeated Jack Jurek 2-0. And he is now going at Walter Schaub II.
Walter converts that 10-pin.
Over here, Bo Goergen was the man who started the day with the bye. Pete started in the number 9 position, the best of those who didn't have the bye. He got into a match with Sammy Ventura, which included a roll-off, which Ventura won, but Pete ultimately prevailed 2-1. That's a quiet hit for Weber there to get things started. Then he defeated the 8th seed, Jay Davis, and then was able to defeat Walt Blackston, and that took a lot of effort. That took 3 games. All right. Manageable conversion there for Pete. We'll get to Bo Goergen's path to the semifinals after we watch Walter Schaub try to go for a double. Oh, a wraparound on the 10 for Pete Weber. And a front three for Walter Schaub II. This, and immediately has to let Walter Ray Williams know that he is in a fight.
Yeah, Walt's doing exactly what he needs to do, and he's not going to let up, or not going to be able to let up. Walter Ray's been all over the pocket every match, all day.
When
it's just whether or not he can carry.
Woof, that looked like an awfully good shot. Usually my experience when somebody or a team is an underdog, if you can start quickly and send the message that, hey, I'm here, we are here, depending if it's a team sport or an individual sport, then that gets the attention of the other team, and we'll see how they respond. Obviously, Walter has been in this position a few 100,000 times and knows how to handle it, but it's really important. I also think for Walter Schaub, it's important for his own confidence. You're bowling against the biggest winner in the history of the sport, a man many believe is the best of all time. And
maybe 1 and 2 still alive right here.
Yeah.
Walter.
And then there's Pete. Yeah. But Bo Goergen, I don't think I see Bo as somebody. I don't know Walt Schaub that well. I know Bo a little bit better. So Bo's, I don't think is intimidated. Plus, he's bowling really well, so he should come in here on some significant confidence. We mentioned Bo earned the bye in the number 4 position and beat Glenn Smith 2-0, and then took out Hall of Famer Pete McCordick and set up this match with Pete Weber. Bo, probably of these 4, I think the guys who have thrown it the best today have been Walter Ray and Bo.
3 10-pins in the opening 4 shots for Walter Ray. Weber still looking for his first strike.
Not anymore. Wow, Usain Bolt. As slow as Pete rolls it these days, Usain Bolt might be able to outrun him. Ugh.
And another 4-9.
And this time the 4 stayed where the 4-pin is supposed to stay.
Yeah, and
Schaub had that happen to him earlier, and the 4-pin slid almost to be a neighbor of the 9-pin. Still an awkward shot, and he managed it beautifully.
And you can see him point his hands to the left, although there is a few pairs in between. The annex bugged Walt. With Pete standing up there, you get into a rhythm, and a guy does that, and it just kind of messes up your rhythm. In my opinion, and then he slams his ball while Walt's on the approach. If that truly did bug Walt, then Walt needs to step back, set his ball down, and restart again.
Because it's probably going to happen a few more times. Let's be honest.
So Walt's still got the advantage over Walter due to the opening turkey, and Walter yet to throw a double. But the Open has really tightened up that match. And another high flush. Now, those aren't bad shots from Walt. You can see how straight Walt is. He is trying to get the ball up high flush. He's getting just a touch high flush there. That one could have been another 4-9. Fortunate to leave just the 4-7. Bo for an opening turkey. Gets it.
Yeah, he really should feel like he's the man. I mean, he has been spectacular today. So when we go back to the other match, let me ask you this. We'll wait till we get back to Walter Ray and Walter. Okay, now the way you're talking about the way Walter Schaub is bowling, how do these guys affect each other?
Walter Ray, yeah. Has been throwing more surface than Walt Schaub all day. So Walter using the surface is going to make Walt's ball hook a little earlier. Watch as Walter Ray gets the 10 out. So what Walt Schaub is really, really good at is throwing it very direct, but he's trying to get as high up. He's trying to use as much of that head pin as he can to get the strike. So when he goes just a touch high, that's why he's leaving the 4-pin combinations.
Yeah, Bo Goergen not at all troubled, and he shouldn't be. Yeah, well, deadeye right there, the defending champion.
Yeah, and with that double, Walter Ray has taken the lead in the max score department. Walt's max score 256, Walter's 259.
And you've got two players here in Schaub and Goergen looking for their first national senior titles. Should Weber end up on top here and win it, it would be his first PBA60 title. Walt Schaub looks like he struck there on 29. Be walking that one out. Walter Ray, the defending champion, has one PBA 60 title and 16 on the 50 tour. Pete has 14 on the 50 tour.
Walter, 6-pin, does not climb out of the gutter. Another 10-pin for Walter. Another really good shot from Bo. That's more of a wrap 10. You can say he's giving you that international symbol of a bowler. Have kind of got around that one a little bit. Wraps the 10. Bunch of people clapping for the match over here to our left. Not a whole bunch of people clapping for the right. That was Walter's. Hey, you can clap for us too.
Yeah, he's got a little crowd. He's got a little pocket over there. Both sides have their supporters.
Bo runs down the 10. 269 now, Bo's max. Pete, 259. 256. And 238. Max is here. Walter Ray able to get that 10. Bo taking his time. I like that.
And by the way, just to let you know, we're not going to have much of a delay prior to the championship match. Obviously, there'll be practice on the pair, which is 23-24. I don't think that was me who threw Bo off. I was speaking at the usual volume, so hopefully that wasn't me.
Walt Schaub goes high, unable to take a big advantage over Walter Ray's miss. Walt did convert the 6-10 as Bo looks to get back on the strike train and does.
He hasn't been off there very long, I can tell you that. He has been on the train. And when he beat Glenn Smith, it was 265 and 237 that he threw.
So 234 and 238 the max scores here. Schaub 34, Williams Jr. 38. Now down to 223 for Walt.
Uh-oh.
Weber with
No.
the 7-10.
Is that fatal? little problem with the rack on 29. Missing a tooth. So. Pete, I don't know if he is kind of given up on the game.
Yeah, he's over there, Pete being Pete.
Yeah, but Bo Goergen is getting pretty close to advancing to the championship match.
And Walter Ray
Gets save.
The 10 out. Pete just told one of the people in the crowd to shut up.
Pete's max 215. Bo
pacing 220 already.
Yeah, Bo's in a pretty good position here. Uh-oh. Goergen's first mistake.
Walter Ray needs that and gets the light swisher.
That looked like he put a little bit of oomph on that one, didn't it?
Yeah, that one he was trying to give her the old high hard when he was trying to get it up there. Got it a little quick, got it in. But that's the one that carries. All right, Bo just gets the 2. Walter Ray now into the 220s, just needs solid count, and that will be enough. Walter Ray is going to bowl either Bo Goergen or Pete Weber for the title. Walter Ray looking for back-to-back wins.
What did we determine? 131 overall titles now, I think it is. And there was some conversation with people that if his win at Chris Keene's string pin events will end up being certified one day, it's one more title. Oh, no, Bo. No, Bo. Oh, heavens. What a game changer this is, potentially, if Weber can take advantage of it, right?
Well, the good news, for Bo, he needs to take his time here and make sure he hits 1. That gets him to 186. Pete could not shut him out. Pete can only bowl 215.
Right.
Bo can still bowl 216. Pete cannot shut Bo out.
But now, here's the thing. Bo's got to recover. Back-to-back splits. Now, can Weber recover mentally from where he was in kind of a dark place just 3 or 4 minutes ago and focus enough to put the pressure on Bo Goergen? The answer is it could be. If Pete can shut the noise out. Nope. He'll clip that.
Strike is still important here. A strike makes Bo mark.
He's just getting rid of it in a hurry, though. No, he's not even going to come close to a strike there.
Yeah.
Bo
needs
just
9.
needs 9. Yeah, 2 shots to make 9
8.
pins.
2 shots to get 8, excuse me.
Oh, you're right. 2 shots to get 8 for Bo Goergen. Now Bo's got to take a deep breath.
Yes, sir. Take your time here.
Just any combination of 8, any way you can do it. Just if he would avoid disaster.
That's
he avoided
enough.
it. Yep. Bo Goergen's going to bowl for a national title against the winningest bowler of all time. A 195 to 193 win for Bo Goergen, Pete Weber, and Walt Schaub. 3rd and 4th place.
Yeah, now Bo's got just a quick turnaround here to forget about all of that and get his focus back, and he's going to take on Walter Ray Williams Jr.
And there were only 2. We had well more than 100 entries in this PBA60 Tristan's T.A.P.S Memorial Open. We're down to the top 2. Number 2 overall seed, Walter Ray Williams Jr. through qualifying has stayed undefeated, and he's got Bo Goergen, the 2023 RPI champion, or 2024. When did Bo win RPI?
Well, it's the 2023 season, but he won it in 2024. So,
all right,
a couple of Hall of Famers. Bo, a USBC Hall of Famer. Walter Ray in all of them, including a horseshoe win probably somewhere.
Undoubtedly.
And
Bo Goergen looking for his first national title. Walter Ray, this would be number 132, counting all his regionals. But for his national titles, he's comfortably, this would be his second PBA60 title. I don't know if you count all the senior titles, that would be 18 senior titles. They haven't melded those together yet. And Bo survived the circus that his match with PDW kind of turned into for a little bit there. So here we go. 1 game.
Yeah, these guys are going to play the lanes pretty similar. Bo's probably going to be just a touch further left than Walter. Bo just up 11-12. Pretty good start. 6-pin tried to get up to the 10.
It failed him. Walter Ray really hasn't been challenged yet today. He has not lost a game. 5-5.
His match against Walt Schaub in the last round it was close. Back and forth before Walter stepped up in the 9th and 10th and took command. But it was not an easy win by any means.
And he gets a trip on the 7. Little shove from the 4-pin.
I'm not necessarily going to call this a carry contest, Dave, but I think both guys are going to hit the pocket. You know, if they get to bowl 12 shots, 10 of the 12, and it's just going to be which guy can get their ball to go through the pins the correct way and knock them down. Walter Ray's 227 that he bowled in the last round, he never missed the pocket, but, you know, struggled a little bit with carry. Oh.
Well, not struggling with carry there.
It slices, it dices, it kicks the 5 over. Walter blowing on his thumb as he come back there. He got all the thumb he could get in that one.
And he hasn't, his approach the last few shots, Tom, has not been subtle in any way. You know, you've heard us use the expression the high hard one quite a bit. That's really what he's been doing the last few shots, including going back to the semifinal match.
Yeah, both of these bowlers been very solid all day. Bo undefeated as well.
That's right.
265, 237 win over Glenn Smith, 246 and 247 two-game win over Pete McCordick. Great shot from Bo, and Bo was bowling a really good match against Pete before that little bit of an episode that happened, and Pete yelled at someone while Bo was on the approach and stepped back, and that kind of got Bo's focus just a little bit. But Bo 205 to 193 over Pete, so I expect this to be a very entertaining, moderate to high-scoring match.
And Bo has got extensive tournament experience. Just because he doesn't have a national title yet doesn't mean, A, he won't get one, and B, that he doesn't have championships, because he's got them. And that's how you get them.
Yeah, Bo's got plenty of experience. He is, as I mentioned, USBC Hall of Famer. He's an Eagle winner at the USBC Open Championships. Holds a record of 862, the highest three-game set bowled in the 109 or 10-year history now of the Open Championships. So Bo can play. He's not going to be intimidated by Walter. Walter going with his loft. He's a little further. You can see asking that one to get up, giving that little flip with the left hand.
Yeah, I like how he conducts his shots.
Yeah.
It's like watching, the great conductors of the of orchestras.
Gets the 6 to snap the 10 out there. See there, that's a great look down at Walter Ray. Just right of the second arrow, and Bo is just left of the second arrow.
Yeah, that leads me to the question I asked you before. So how do you think these guys, if at all, will affect each other?
The way they're playing them right now, I think Walter's going to give Bo a little bit more free hook, possibly. So that could be to Bo's advantage as this match goes on. But it's not going to be drastic, only being a one-game match. Each bowler only got 5 minutes of practice. It's not like the typical stepladder where you get 20 minutes of practice, with all the competitors before you go out there. Walter Ray, of course, covers that 10-pin. That's got to get up.
No, he's got a sleeper back there too, doesn't he?
Yep, that's the 2-8.
Yep.
So he's going to fall behind one pin in count. He was already 10 behind because Walter has the turkey and he only has a double. I think he got just a little bit quick. Might have spun that one a little bit. Although Bo's got plenty of experience. This, I'd be interested to ask him if he wins whether this is more important than the eagle that he's got.
That is going to be, I've already thought of my questions for Bo, and that's going to be probably one or two. Like, where does this rank with your accomplishments? Because they're extensive. And this is not somebody we found, walking around Ohio State. This guy is an extensively accomplished pro in Bo Goergen. And, but
yeah, completely different circumstances to win those. Winning an eagle, I've never done it. Something I would love to do in my career. Bo has. He's got a couple of them, as a matter of fact. Be interesting to see from his perspective if this is more important or a bigger win than the eagle.
Well, I have a thought on that. We'll wait till after the shot.
Another really good one. Oh, and a wrap 10. That one, you could see the 6-pin just snap around the 10.
What I was going to say, and again, I'm not in Bo's head. Winning this title means he's beaten Pete Weber and Walter Ray Williams Jr. to do it. That has to mean something.
That's got to mean something.
So, if he's able to accomplish it, that's... Well, he has to be pleased that he's in the pocket. He's obviously just bummed that he's going to have a quick conference with Storm's Jim Callahan. So Jim's got some idea of something Bo could do just a hair better.
Walter.
Oof, boy, he's gotten some carry here.
Yeah, I think, and I'm giving my opinion here, I think Walter made a little move to the right to try to get that ball to hook sooner, and that one definitely did. Went high, lucky to trip the 4. So it's a chess match between these two bowlers trying to figure out the best entry angle through the pocket. Okay, we'll see what adjustment the GOAT makes over here on lane 23. High, fortunate to get the 4 out. That one he didn't get as far right. And that one, because he didn't get it as far right, different angle, and he leaves this 10 pin again on that left lane. These guys are peppering the pocket. Who's going to figure out how to get their ball to go through the pins the correct way to string some strikes?
Yeah, we actually mentioned, and Bo Goergen beat another Hall of Famer in Pete McCordick earlier. So.
Oh, no.
Oh, he knew it, too.
Oh, as soon as he let it go.
Oh, my, of all the people on the planet that you wouldn't expect this to happen from in these circumstances, but it was gone within a tenth of a second. He knew his error. So a crack of sunlight here for Bo Goergen.
Well, and that's been the theme, Dave. We've talked about it in the booth all week. All the missed single pins, and would one crop up at a very inopportune time, and that one sure did for Walter Ray. Bo looking to take advantage. Great shot.
And you know who is absolutely watching this match is our own BowlTV's own Craig Elliott, who works with Bo in Michigan at Bo's center. So I guarantee you Craig's locked in here.
BK giving us the great replay. What a shot. He likes it right off his hand, walking it out. That ball split the 8-9.
Well, here's a chance to really pounce on that mistake that Walter Ray made right here with a double.
Yeah, and early in this match, it looks like lane 23 is going to be the one to decide the winner of this match, and Walter Ray has chosen to finish on 23.
Oh.
Great shot from Bo. That's what the greats do when their opponent gives them an opening. They step up and they make a couple of great shots, as Bo does. Posts that one, walks it out, fist pump. All right. Walter Ray. You can see him. He's looking around, glancing up at the scoreboard, trying to remember what he did last time. He got it right quick. I don't know if that was an adjustment or if it's what he meant to do, but he went high and tripped the 4. That one, dead flush.
Yeah, he struck 4 for 4 on that lane. He hasn't missed, but he won't finish on it. Take another look at the Hall of Fame form.
Dead flush for dead eye. Was that a ringer?
100%.
Okay, this left lane gets the carry there. Looked to me like he moved just a little bit left, went with just a touch more loft. Great sportsmanship by each of the guys, sharing high fives. Storm Tour rep Jimmy Callahan told Bo, big deep breath, make a great pitch.
257 max for Bo Goergen. And 247 max for Walter Ray Williams Jr. And the first words out of his mouth were, "Get lucky."
Yeah. Just a little quick. Didn't get it. It's got to get going to the right a little bit to get into the friction and pick up. That was left the whole way. Laid there another 2-8. That's Bo's second 2-8 on this right lane.
And this is the lane he will finish on.
Yeah, Walter Ray's going to have the opportunity to step up, close this match out now. Big spare for Bo. Walter has struggled with carry just a touch. Ooh.
Had it all the way there, Bo. Had it all the way.
Yeah, converts the 2-8 right in the middle of the side. Okay. 235 and 247 the maxes now.
Yep, this pretty much has to be a strike, right? I mean, to throw some shade Walter Ray's way.
I would say yes.
Yeah.
Very important. Bo needs to strike in this shot. Put a little bit of pressure on Walter Ray. Walter hasn't missed the pocket yet. Just the only error for Walter was the missed single pin.
No, and the right lane he hasn't missed at all.
That's a better shot from Bo.
Beauty, beauty.
Still an outside possibility. Bo gonna give Walter a high five, gonna sit down in his chair, and Bo's saying, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just give me a chance.
Well, boy, I don't know if you're asking the right guy. No, you're not asking. His carry has just been exceptional. You said something that flew. Was that Bo's towel that he tossed in?
You might see it. You might see it here in this replay. Walter, light swisher.
And?
Yep, the towel went up, but the replay went back.
Well, Walter has just had unreal carry.
Yeah, that was in playful fun, by the way.
No,
Bo didn't throw that in anger or anything. No. Still important here. Walter. Another 10-pin. Okay. Must make it to force Bo to throw a double. 226. Now the max for Walter. Bo can still bowl 235. Walter's going to take his time on this one for sure.
He's not going to miss this.
I would bet every penny in my pocket that he's going to cover this one. He hit that one twice. Should we go back and give him the other one since
You know,
he hit that one twice?
it's a clever idea.
I ask that all the time when after
Yep.
I miss one and I hit the next one twice.
Well, Walter cannot shut Bo out, and Bo Goergen will have the chance to be a national champion for the first time in his career in his hand when he steps up on the right-hand lane.
Yep. Moments that you dream of. Walter Ray.
Yeah, that's
This
got
is-
to be cooler than sitting on the bench and winning. When you have this opportunity, this is, and
Yep.
again, Bo is no kid. He knows what he's doing. He's been in this position where he's had to lock down 10th frames before to win at the regional level.
And Walter Ray taking the re-rack. This is still a semi-important shot here. Walter needs to get 9. And, of course, probably by his standards, other than the one that spun the 5-pin out early, that's probably the worst shot he threw on that lane, if you ask him.
All right.
Here it is. Double and 2. Looks like he likes it.
He should. 1
10 back.
more.
Come back. Tap the rosin as we take a look at this replay. All of Bo's fans at home are hoping they see that exact same thing one more time right here.
There it goes.
Wow.
Bo
Great shot
Goergen
for Bo Goergen.
is going to win the PBA60 Tristan's T.A.P.S Memorial Open. He'll have beaten 3 Hall of Famers in a row in order to do it. And as you said about another match earlier today, Tom, just don't foul.
Yeah, just don't foul. Stay behind the line. Scoot back about 6 inches. Just go make one more good shot.
Bo Goergen is a national champion. He has defeated the defending champion, Walter A. Williams Jr., 233 to 226 to take first prize